Cool. So first things first, again, welcome to watching this channel. First of all, before we even start the live, can you guys click on that like button? Because now the YouTube algorithm now helps more with likes. So if you click on the like button, it'll obviously help us a lot. So let us now go into the quarterly results and look at the results one by one, right? Now, recently, by the way, let me just do minimum 1,000 crores because I don't want anything below 1,000 crores. I want only companies that are above 1,000 crores to actually do a research on. So if you look at Canfin Homes came out with a moderate result. So we will not look at all companies. We will look at some interesting companies only. Okay. And we will ignore the bad companies because if they're bad, that means the answer is very clear and straightforward. So we will try to do only good companies ka result. Okay. And that are above 1,000 crore market cap. Why is this 1,000 crore not come? Okay, now it's all about 1,000 crore market cap. Okay, so EPAC Durable, actually shocking because this was doing a lot of rounds on Twitter, and weirdly this result has come out not great. And if you look at Punjab and Sindh Bank and you look at Canfin Homes, they're doing well. HDFC Bank, again, I think it's still suffering through the slowdown of what is going right now. And if you remember, I don't know how many of you will remember this. Do you guys remember one video I made last week where I spoke about Nifty breaking 20-day moving average? Be careful, where will it go next? Do you guys remember that video I did? I only don't know when I did that video. Let me just check. Yeah, see this. On my YouTube channel, I think 6 days ago, right? This one, market broke 20-day, will it fall more? So this is basically, we made a video exactly on that day, right? And immediately after that, if you look at Nifty, when it broke the 20-day moving average, if I actually add the moving average, indicator right now, make one as 20, okay, and I'll make the other one as 50. Now see what happens here, and I'll change this 50 to, let's say, red, so you guys can see it more clearly. Okay, now see the impact of this. So last 6 days ago, we made a quick video saying that 20 days broken. So whenever 20 days broken, see, psychologically also you should understand that whenever 20-day moving average gets broken, that means there is selling pressure that has come into the market. A proper selling pressure has come into the market. Very simple fact, right? No beating around the bush behind it. A lot of people say, no, it'll keep going up and all. It doesn't happen like that because Nifty did go up a lot. So we will not blame Nifty at all. We will not say it's Nifty's fault because, of course, it has given a massive rally going up, right? So I would not blame it at all. And it had broken the 20-day moving average. And now from a moving average perspective, it has now taken some weakness even at the 50-day moving average. Now, if I do EMA, which is exponential moving average, over there, it shows that it is just rebounding. But if I just do a simple moving average, again, there are different ways to look at it. It is still showing some weakness. Now, why is this weakness coming? It is very clear for us to understand because the main constituents of Nifty 50, the main constituents of Nifty 50, who are they? Your TCS, your HDFC Bank, your Reliance. These are the main heavyweights. You agree? Right? Now, TCS's result was not great. IT results, people are not happy with the large cap results. So IT obviously came down, if you remember, and IT has a huge weightage in the Nifty 50 index. HDFC Bank's result is not great. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow when the market opens. So you see that the results are not coming out great, but this is only happening with large cap companies. And if I go to mid cap and small cap, you will see the results are suddenly looking very attractive. Have you noticed that maybe in your own portfolio? That the companies that are in the mid and small are doing much better than the companies that are doing large. And the companies that are large, they're not even having a decent growth rate. Like, leave inflation beating growth rate you should have, right? You should at least have some 9, 10, 11, 12% growth rate. They are stuck at 6, 7, 8% growth rate, which is terrible. So how is it that the large cap companies, whether it's your bank, whether it's your IT, they are not doing well, right? But your other companies which are mid cap are doing well. Yes, Reliance results are strong. That is absolutely correct. Lit review said Reliance results have come out strong. So we will look at that because Reliance, if you look at it, a lot of it was also baked in because Reliance Industries had fallen down, if you remember, and then Reliance just went on a massive upward rally. If you see, Reliance had fallen down so much, and then suddenly Reliance's rally came up, but now even Reliance has gone into a weak zone. But yes, now with this result coming out, let me just share my screen, my bad. Yeah, this is Reliance's chart. See this. If you see Reliance, it had fallen down quite a bit, and now it has come up back here. It is below 20-day moving average, but it has not broken the 50-day moving average. But sadly, Reliance and HDFC were the only two people that were holding our entire Nifty 50. And these two people were the only ones that were supporting the IT fall because IT was falling constantly. right? And now with HDFC also not looking great and Reliance also okay, we really don't know what's going to happen, right, on Monday. So there might be more selling that might come. So as you see, HDFC Bank bad result, but you see ICICI Bank has given a good result, right? But here also I will tell it is not a great result. Do you know why? Because ICICI Bank in the past has been a much faster grower, and this is actually one of the slowest growth quarters that they had. So even though ICICI Bank has given a good quarter, if you see in their past, they have never given a 10% growth rate quarter. 10% growth rate. Every year they're giving good growth rates. And you can see that in the last 3-4 quarters, the growth rate has, I mean, not even 3-4, it's actually gone down quite significantly, right? The growth rate has started slowing down a little bit, and you will see that impact coming here as well. And this is what I'm saying, that it is very confusing or contradictory also, because remember, after April, the tax rate was changed and almost huge amount of liquidity came into the market. You remember, because your tax slab is now 12.75 lakhs. That means the money that is coming into the system, the extra money that is being saved by younger generation, where is it going? It is not coming into the white system, or it is not even coming into the system. So where is this money going? Because your banking growth is slowed down, auto sales have slowed down, real estate sales have slowed down. So where are the young guys in India spending money? So that, and that too, the interest rates have gone down, inflation has come down, which is also not a very good sign, right? Because we want inflation to be higher, right? With rates going down, inflation should be higher. That means spending is happening in the market. Abhi wo bhi nahi ho raha hai. So it is getting into a very weird zone, right? AU Small Finance Bank, which is in the mid-cap space, has done a good result. This is actually a very good quarter. Vintage Coffee, now this was a company that recently came out with an IPO, if you remember, and the IPO base was also broken. So they recently broke their IPO base, and that also started going up. If you see this, IPO base was broken. Now, I don't know how much was already factored into it. But we will see now tomorrow how it works, because the stock had done a very nice rally, right? Central Bank, see, not a great result. Now, cements have started doing, all cement companies have started doing great results. And if you remember, in the last 3 months, cement companies have been rallying constantly. And if you see all the cement companies, whether it's UltraTech, right? Let me show it to you. If you go to the chart of UltraTech, by the way, chart will always give you the indication slightly faster. Now, this is UltraTech cement, and look at this. It was in this massive range for so long, and now that range has also been broken out, and this range has gone above this range. So UltraTech Cement gave a breakout, and this is one of the largest cement companies in India. Then if you look at JK Cement, they are doing really well. And your other players, which are your Adani owned cement companies, they are doing a slow turnaround. They're not obviously back to where they are, but they are trying to slowly recover and to slowly go up as well. Right? So that is what it is. Guys, we'll take questions in the end. As you know, last 10 minutes we'll keep for questions, or else we won't be able to do the session properly. Yeah. So JK Cements has given a good result, and a lot of cement companies are continuing to do this, because in the past, a lot of cement companies did a lot of capacity expansion, including UltraTech Cement. And India, with this whole growth economy, and we're going to start doubling down, and government capex is also kicking in. It is becoming advantageous for cement companies as well. Reliance Power gave a very flattish quarter, not great, but definitely it is doing a turnaround. And as you can see, the PAT has gone up from -97 to +44. And also Reliance Power recently did a very, very, very big rally, as you guys know. So that is also there. Coming down, I'll show you some good results as well. See, a lot of the results are missed. This is Identity Finance also okay. Indo Solar, it is a special situation. Vari Energies has taken almost 95%, 96% stake. So you can't even buy it sitting upper circuit every day. So no point looking at it as well. Mastech has given a decent result. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about is this dairy segment has suddenly come into limelight. Have you noticed? Suddenly everyone is talking about the dairy segment, whether it is Hatsun Agro, whether it is Badilal, whether it is your Parag milk. A lot of people have suddenly started talking about dairy segment. Now, this is also because there has been, dairy segment, nothing significant has changed other than the fact that people are now consuming more ice creams, and people are now having a lot of protein, right? Whether it is protein powder. If you know, you would have seen a lot of influencers on Instagram now trying to boost this thing called Avvatar protein. I don't know if you've seen it. I remember one of the Roadies episode was also sponsored by Avvatar. I saw a lot of influencers promoting Avvatar. Now, Avvatar protein is a brand of Parag milk. So now all of these companies are going into this branded protein powders, because for them it is a part of their entire ecosystem, so that becomes a massive advantage for them, right? So these are some small things we should all keep our eye out, because this is how India is also changing slowly, right? Now coming down, Aarti Drugs, very flattish result. Nothing great. Aarti Drugs also is very fluctuation, right? It is not a very straightforward result. IndiaMART, this is a very confusing company, honestly, because see, I'm a guy who likes platform plays. Okay, I love platform companies. And IndiaMART, if you look at this company, it is very weird because they have been growing. Yes, they don't grow very fast, but it is a very weird company, and market doesn't give them premium at all. Because if you look at the sales, see, their sales are very decent. It is not a fast growing company, but it grows every single year. Margins are little hit, but usually it's a high margin player. And IndiaMART is basically like your Alibaba, okay, of India. Put it that way. It's like Alibaba. It is a free cash flow player. It keeps growing slightly slow, but the profit growth compounded 10 years is 30%. And if you look at their reserves right now is at 2,000 crore reserve. The company is like very strong, financially and all. But the stock price never goes up, even though it is a small company, right? Even though it's a 15,000 crore company, the stock price over the last 5 years is like this, last 10 years is like this. So there are some question marks always in life, mainly with these type of platform companies. Guys, questions we'll take in the end. Let's focus on this. And questions, aram se we will do in the end, okay? So Atul gave a good result as well. I mean, decent result. And I think the stock price also went up equally according to it. MPS, another platform. Garuda Construction, now this company kind of gave a very, I would say, surprise result. Look at this result. It was insane. And do you know who holds this company? I don't know if you guys keep track of superstar investing or superstar buying. But if you have, then you should definitely know who holds this. Anyone in the chat wants to comment and say who holds this company? There is a superstar that holds this company. And he's one of the biggest superstars. Okay, his name is Utpal Sheth. Utpal Sheth is basically Rakesh Junjunwala's second in command, and after that, now he is the CEO of Rare Enterprises, and he's the person who runs everything. And if you look at his interviews that are there on YouTube, he always talks about something called terminal value investing. And what is terminal value investing? Because he believes that there is a terminal value or a final value of every company, and if I invest today in one company, until it hits that terminal value, he would not like to sell, right? So that is a company that he has recently invested last quarter, and he's doubling down. Again, it's not a buy or sell recommendation because it's a very small company, and there's barely any research on this, and there's barely any documents on this, right? You cannot understand what this company does also. Honestly, I tried doing my research. I couldn't find much. Okay, coming down, which other company gave good result? Polycab. Now, this was very interesting because if you remember, Polycab had gone down a lot. Not just Polycab. Which were the other companies that went down a lot? Do you guys remember? All the cable companies took one massive beating. Let me show you the stock chart. Look at this beating. And this is a pretty big, decent company. It's not a small company, right? Polycab took a beating. Your KEI, which is also one of the biggest players, also fell drastically. Your RR cable, right, also fell drastically, and your Apar Industries, which is in your B2B space, also fell drastically. Now, if you remember, why did this fall also, we will remember. You remember that when it fell, there was this news that Adani would be entering the wire space, right? That became a very big negative news. And at the same time, we had that top of Nifty hitting in September, October, where everything started falling from October to basically the lowest point during the Indo-Pak war, right? So all of these things basically actually created an opportunity for a lot of things, because fundamentally there was nothing wrong with the companies, because they had their capex, they still had to sell wires. And Adani had clearly said that he is entering the wire space, but it will take them 3 to 5 years to set up a plant and get everything ready. So it was not like, it is going to impact any revenue kind of thing today, right now. But Polycab has given a phenomenal result. And if we go slightly deeper into Polycab and see the quarter on quarter, the sales growth has not stopped. They are performing like how they always perform, and they have not let down the investors from a performance standpoint. So this is a very good jhatka that the result has come. And obviously now it has entered officially the large cap zone, crossing the 1 lakh crore market cap. Yes, sorry, it was not. No, Adani also said, I remember Adani had also mentioned that he will enter the wire space. UltraTech also said he will enter the wire space, which is your Birla Group. So both of them have actually come into the wire space. It was not just this one. As you can see here, why Adani and Birla are betting bit on cables and wires. And it is a fact, because if you see how Birla and Adani are playing the game right now, they are playing a game very similar to Mukesh Ambani. What Mukesh Ambani does, he tries to control the entire value chain. Top to bottom should be Mukesh Ambani. Top to bottom should be Reliance. Now, Adani and Birla are both in the construction, building, infrastructure space. Now, I want to have everything, whether it's Adani is building buildings, or Birla has construction, Birla has paints. He's like, now I will get wires also. So not only will I give paints to the to the construction guys, I will also give wires to it. Tomorrow I will also give security systems to it. Whatever is required in one construction building or one construction unit, I will provide. And the same thing Adani is also doing. And now this becomes a problem for companies like Asian Paints, because Asian Paints was only doing paints, and for so many years they did not diversify. That was such a big blunder, because now the world is moving towards building moats, and it is easy to break moats. It is very easy to break moats. And I remember when I did a video 3 years ago about the war of paint segment, a lot of people said, Shashank, it will not happen. Asian Paints is a dominant player and all. Nothing. It all got destroyed. Right? Because Birla now comes with cement and paints and gives a better margin-based offering to all the construction people and the builders. So all of these you need to be very aware of. So Polycab, good. I don't think KEI and KEI has come out with the result, but mostly if Polycab comes out with a good result, most likely KEI should also come with a good result. So fundamentally, Polycab still looks good. It has reached the large cap territory. Now, coming to Indian hotels, this was a shocker. Okay, this was a shocker. I honestly thought that this result would be bad. Why? Let me show you this. If you look at India hotels, they suddenly became very negative, this company. In fact, it had become so negative that India hotels had gone down below 200-day moving average, which indicates a very negative sentiment. And when that kind of a negative sentiment arises, I thought so definitely this is going to be a problem, that the result is going to be bad. But contrary to popular belief, the result was very good. And in fact, if you see their sales growth, it has become 31%, right? Which is again superb. If you look at it from a quarter-on-quarter perspective, 1,550 to 2,000 crores, which indicates absolutely no slowdown. And they are still expanding aggressively. And I believe the CEO management came and recently said that we will be opening one hotel every single week in this year. They want to target 50 hotels this year, and they are also expanding abroad. If you've seen, they've started opening hotels in Dubai, and their mid-luxury space is doing better than their actual space. So very, very, very interesting that even on a okay-ish quarter, okay-ish quarter as in it's not the seasonal quarter, because usually they make a lot of money in that, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March, they make a lot of money. So it was very shocking to see this happening as well. So that was very interesting. So now coming to the other results. So again, this is again fundamentally good. And whenever a hotel industry comes out with a good result, and IHCL comes out with a good result, usually what we see is that the other hotels also come out with similar results. Have you noticed this? That whenever IHCL comes with positive, most likely all your other hotel companies, they also come out with good results. And let us look at them. Some of them has come. Okay, these are all not great. Geo financial result was very good, even though it fell because it is too overvalued a bit. But Geo financial result, it has come good. And see, Geo financial is a very long-term play. I don't think even I know what is happening with Geo financial. I don't think even you know what is happening with Geo financial. So we have to wait. Another surprise result was Vimta Labs. This is something that I'm doing my research on, and I'm trying to understand ki bhai kya ho raha hai, what is happening in this. So I'm doing my research on this. LTM Mindtree, TikTok result 361, okay. Axis Bank, okay. See, Axis Bank also gave a very decent result. Wipro, okay. Sterling Wilson. Now this again, one more controversial company. Very similar to most of the controversial companies that I talk about. I don't understand why this company does not go up. It is, it is giving result after result. It is growing like there is no tomorrow. This is a Reliance backed company, by the way. Just look at the growth rate year on year. Insane growth rate. And it is coming into the PAT also, right? The debt to equity ratio is fine. Liabilities are insane. Okay, liabilities are a lot. As you can see, trade payables are a lot. Company makes net cash flow as well. Cash conversion cycle is okay because they pay their people quite late. But what I don't understand is why is it not going up? Now, one theory I have is that the public shareholding is constantly increasing. That means your promoter or DIIs or somebody is selling. Now, why is that happening? It's because your promoter holding, Sharpoji Polanji, is selling constantly. As you can see this, they went from 20%, they've gone down to 6.94%. And Reliance still holds 32% of this company. So they are not too bothered about it. But this company, I don't know, it's performing well. And if you see all the companies in the EPC space, power transmission, distribution, all of these companies are coming out with great results, and likely so because government spending right now is happening in these segments as well. Clean science is okay. Now see this, Vari came out with a mind-blowing result, right? And Vari is a company that gives great results but does not go up again. If you see Vari's stock price, they don't move at all, like not much. If you see this, last 5 years, look at this. It went up, it hit a peak of 2,700 on May 2024, and now it is down almost 50% from that, and it has still not gone up. One of the biggest reason was definitely the PE ratio, because Vari was trading at a PE ratio of 250 at that point. Then they did a demerge. A lot of things are there with this company, but PE, there was definitely overvalued. Now the PE is normalized, came to approximately 42 times. Market cap to sales came to around 6.29. Earlier, if you look at the market cap to sales, right, it was giving 40 times. I mean, nobody should give 40 times market cap to sales to anybody in the market, right? Anything about 10 only, I get worried. I'm like, who the hell gives more than 10 in this market? Ab kitna bhi aage jaake you discount, doesn't matter. But see now, because even though they're giving such great quarters and yearly growth is almost 100% for them, they're still not growing because so much of this stock has already been factored in. And that is why the growth does not come very quickly, right? Coming here, growth is coming, but nothing else is moving. This is a good segment. Your AMC business was undervalued, and there is clear growth in margins. Not margins, clear growth in revenue. Whether it is HDFC AMC, whether it was Nippon India, they have done really well, and the growth has continued to follow from there. So these are some good signs. Krishna for phosphochem or phosphate or something like that. This I'm not very sure on it, but this has been rallying like a very insane rally is going on. But it's a commodity space, and this is one space that I usually don't like to look at, because commodity space is so difficult that you have to go in and come out at the same time, right? So this is something that I usually don't track. Let's quickly look at some other results, and then let's go into Q&A. See, Orient Hotels, good result, very good result in fact. Tanfac has given, this is an Ashish Kacholia company making hydrochloric acid in that business, good result. All IT companies are quite sad. Ixigo gave a very nice result. And if you see Ixigo, there's something very interesting. Like my team did a lot of research over the last few days on Ixigo to understand why this exact jump came in Ixigo, and is this jump going to be sustained? Because for me, that is where I try to make money, right? If the growth in revenue is sustained and it will continue for next 3 quarters, I will make money for next 3 quarters. But yes, the valuation is definitely out of bounds, because if you look at the valuation right now of this company, even though it's given a great result, is sitting at 8 times market cap to sales and 133 P. Even if I don't look at P, 8 times market cap to sales, even for a platform company, is slightly stretching it. But that's also because it went up right now, and this was a surprise one. And what my team actually discovered when we were doing research on this was the main growth driver over here was coming from flight segment, not from the train, not from the bus. In fact, bus, they recently did an acquisition also, but the thing came from the flight, and their flight sales went up a lot. And this also got validated when I saw the hotel results coming out, where they had also said that the hotel results also coming out well, and obviously travel stocks started doing well at the same time. So both of them started validating the same thesis. See, ITC Hotels, very peaceful, slow growth company. It does not grow very fast, 15-16% type of growth company, backed by obviously one of the things, but they're not aggressive. That is the problem. If they were aggressive, then things would be very different, but they are not very aggressive right now. Apart from that, let's look at this, look at other stuff, nothing great. Bank of Maharashtra was doing well. Swaraj Engines. So auto ancillary space, again, very interesting, very good. Auto ancillary space, last quarter, if you remember, last quarter results, whether it was Lumax Auto, FIEM, the Swaraj Engines, all of them started doing really well in the last quarter, and they started doing really well. So this quarter, we're supposed to see whether they're continuing to do well or not. Reliance also gave a shocker, very, very good. And I think that is it, right? D-Mart still struggling. Sadly, D-Mart is still struggling. But yes, I think this is pretty much most of the results that have come out. TCS was bad. Anand Rathi, wonderful. As you know, all these AMC companies are very good. So Anand Rathi has given a very peaceful, good result. And Anand Rathi is a company that sustainably gives good results. But because the PE was overvalued, it did not go up so much, right? So that was basically what it is. Okay, now let us do a quick Q&A. Okay, we'll start Q&A session. Let's start with members only. By the way, for all the people who were in the members community, I hope you guys have got this weekly Street Pulse report that I shared to all of you guys over the weekend. I think on Friday I shared this with you, where we gave a deep dive into gold, silver, crude oil, our thesis on it. Now, because I can do a lot of research and share it with you guys, there's no buy or sell recommendation here, but you can see this is a very deep dive 23-page report that I have shared with all of you guys in the members community. So if you're a part of the members community, you should have got this report. If not, just go to the latest post and you will find this report as well. So please go have a look. Every day we share a report in the members community. Not this big. The other reports are not this big. The other reports are a daily analysis kind of a thing. But if you're a part of that, then you will definitely see it. You will see it usually under posts. So if I go under posts, you will see it here, right? Every day we will put a deep dive analysis report for all of you guys, and obviously we do a lot of updates over here. And I don't know how many of you all saw the recent podcast, but if you haven't, please go watch this podcast. It's a very, very nice podcast. I think all of you guys should definitely go check it out as well. Okay, chalo, let's go into Q&A. Let's do 5 minutes of only for members. Let's do a members only Q&A first. First priority goes to them. Let me do that. I'm just changing it to members only. Okay, so now we have members only live. So let's take a few questions from here. 1 second. Don't ask me direct buy and sell because I can't do that right now. This is a very nice question. Sunay Sharma is asking a question. Hey Shashank, do you have any idea when would the SIF investments be live? And is it a good idea to go one-on-one on MF SIF in the future? See, Sunay, very good question. I don't know when SIF will go live, but it is a very new thing in the market. It is unproven yet. So I would suggest let it come out. Either you can be an early adopter and try it, or you can wait for the success and then figure it out. I would usually wait for it and then figure out whether it's good or bad. I would not go directly into it on day one, right? Okay, next. Okay, Shivam is asking, brother, what about CDMO space? These stocks are doing well. So now please understand, Shivam, there is a lot of fake news going on in the market about CDMO, because it's like saying everyone is data center company. Same way, everyone is saying they're a CDMO company even when they are not a CDMO company. Now, if you look at CDMO, there are two types of CDMO, as you guys know. There is generic CDMO and there is innovator molecule-based CDMO, right? So companies like your Laurus is in the innovation space where the money becomes much better. Laurus, Piramal, they are in that space. Now, if you look at the other ones, for example, your Windlass Biotech and all, they are in the generic CDMO. They will maybe do your paracetamol and all of that, right? So yes, the companies are doing well in the pharma space, and that is also because there are news that the tariff that will come out is going to be much better for the pharma companies as well. So I hope that answered your question. Piyush is asking, Varun Beverages up 7%, and same question by Dhirendra Chauhan, updates on Varun Beverages. No update. See, first of all, I can't keep giving update every single week because the company only makes result every quarter, right? And that is one thing that I have always told about this company in the past, that this company has given growth and the growth will continue. The entire Campa Cola incident will happen only after 3 to 4 quarters. And I told you this last time. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I told you this last time. So the growth will happen. It is not like it will not happen. The only reason why it had fallen down was a couple of reasons. Number one, the P ratio was little expanded or overvalued. Number two, they had one acquisition planned in South Africa, or not South Africa, in the African belt, which did not go well. I think the Congo DRC region did not go well, and they cancelled that. But I don't believe that the volume should go down. I'm waiting for the result as well, and I'm pretty confident that the result will be positive. So maybe that is why, because the result is coming, maybe some insiders in the market know the result, they might be buying it as well. But I honestly don't know. I believe that there is nothing wrong with the fundamentals of the company, and it will continue to do well going forward, right? Okay, let's take 2 more questions. And by the way, guys, if you're watching till now, I appreciate it. But if you appreciate me, please click on that like button. And if you have not subscribed to this, we do this every single week on the weekend. So you can subscribe to it and get updates for this every single week. It's fun. I come here and sit with you guys for 30 minutes and we do a deep dive on this, right? Any take on US stocks? Are you allowed to review them post a SEBI registration? No, I can talk about them. I don't want to make a report on it. I can do it, but I don't want to do it right now. But yes, we can talk about US stocks, and I've already put in that report. We talk about US stocks in that weekly report. Since you're a member, Anil, you should definitely go check it out. We've given some updates on that report regarding that also, right? See, for example, here on the last page, we spoke about Lucid, Tesla, AMC, Airbnb. So all the latest news of US also we put here. So this should, I mean, indirectly help you if you are looking at that segment as well. Okay. So let's take one more question from the members. By the way, I think also if you guys missed, yesterday I did a members only live where we deep dived and reviewed a fundamentally strong power EPC company. That was a beautiful long session we had. I hope you guys got good knowledge from it, right? Okay. What else? Looking at this, one last question. Nice question. Akshay is saying in one of your swing trading videos, you had said that you prefer F&O, which is futures and options, for swing trading instead of buying stocks because it will attract less short-term capital, short-term taxes. No, I don't think I spoke about taxes. I said it is cheaper for me to buy F&O versus buying equity, because equity has a lot of charges because of the volume, and F&O, because I use leverage, I can buy big volume by paying less charges. Taxes are same, boss. Taxes I have to pay. I have no problem. And what do I have to do? If I'm making 100 rupees profit, I'll give 20 rupees tax. It is better than me sitting at minus 100 rupees and not paying tax, right? So that is basically the problem that I have. Okay, now let me open the entire chat or the live stream to members only now, not subscribers, but members only. So whoever is a member will now get the option to talk. Okay. 1 second. Sorry, not member, subscriber only. So if you have hit that red button, then everyone can ask me questions, 5 minutes, subscriber, and then I'll open it up to everybody. Okay. Awesome. Now we're opening up to members, subscribers and members. Both of them can ask questions. Okay. Look at this. Very good question by Aman Joshi. How important is cash flow while we are researching any stock? Cash flow is very important because that is where the real truth lies. If I'm making 100 rupees net profit on my profit and loss statement, how much money is actually coming into my cash flow in my books of accounts? That becomes the most important game. So if you ask me, cash flow is the most important rule. Ankit Kulal is asking, who is a subscriber, not a member. He's saying automobile sector. Automobile sector is good, man. In fact, if you see all the results that are coming out in the auto space, they are looking very attractive, very good. And because of this whole tariff war, I think we are going to have some advantage here. Hi Shashank, please explain results is negative or positive. The result is positive, definitely not negative, but also please understand the stock went up a lot. But if you are only looking for 1 or 2 days of gains, then I don't think this will help you. You have to look at longer time period, that if this company is going up, it is good and it will continue to go up until the fundamentals are good. But please remember, this is a coffee company, and if you map that company with the coffee prices, you will see a very weird relation. And this is what my team found out, that whenever coffee prices go up, this company goes down and vice versa. So please be very careful on this as well, right? Shashank, what is your view on Wockhardt, its new drug? I don't know. Somebody told me this. I've not done my research, so I don't want to talk too much about this. But I heard that they're applying. I mean, this new drug might come out next year, but they're still pending. The application is still pending. So I don't know, man. Honestly, I know the stock is rallying. It has come in my momentum screener as well. But again, I've not done deep research into Wockhardt yet, because I have so many other companies that I'm doing research. I have almost 70 to 80 companies that we're doing research on, and it is taking a lot of time, right? Okay. What else? This is, yeah, very interesting. Yuvraj Singh is asking, can you check Windsor Machine, new promoters, good public names, looks a turnaround? I did my research on this, Yuvraj. I know that the company looks very interesting, but there was no sales growth from a very long period of time. And I also know now that Autham and Madhusudan Kela have entered it. In fact, Madhusudan Kela has invested more than 250 crores in the company, which is a very big amount for Madhusudan Kela, because that now becomes his third largest holding. It is in my eyes. I am watching it. There are 2-3 companies that I'm watching for turnaround. One is this, one is another Murugappa companies that is also doing a turnaround. So we're looking at all of these companies internally as well. But very interesting. I can't tell you the thesis right now because nothing has played out, and the risk today is very high because the lack of information is there right now. So I would not say anything right now on that. Okay, chalo. Now let me open the stream to everybody so everybody can ask questions. Okay, last 2-3 minutes, guys. I can only see 200 likes and 650 people watching. Clearly, some people just don't want to click the like button. I'm not telling you to subscribe. At least like, boss. Thoda to help karo. Because now the algorithm pushes the videos that have likes. Right? Okay. What else? One second. I'm just looking at some questions that are there. Wow, that's a lot of questions. Give me one sec. Someone's asking a question saying, what is this noise on the BESS space? No, it's not noise. I would not say it's noise. BESS is strong right now. It will continue to go up as well because, see, you have to also understand the whole ecosystem, right? You're saying that I'm building solar farms. Okay, let's say I'm building so many solar farms over here. This is a solar farm. On top of the solar farm, I need to have this transmission line. Transmission and distribution line is there that I need to have. Now, if I do that and I have so much power, then I still have to go and distribute that power somewhere else. So without that distribution of power, then it's not going to work, right? So BESS is important. I don't think it is not important. So again, I would really keep that in my back of the head. I don't think it is noise. I really don't think it is noise. I think it is honestly good. But again, I want to see how it plays out more. And there are some very strong companies in that space doing it as well. So again, we need to see a little bit more on that. Okay. Okay. What else? Any other question? One sec. Okay. Two questions have come on the paid chat as well. So let me just check. One is saying view on Newgen software value now and long term. Let's check it out. What is the view on Newgen? Let's see this. Newgen 30. Oh my God, it's down 6%. What happened to this company? Okay. Looks dangerous over here. Give me one sec. Let me just make it bigger so you can see it easily. Yeah. So Newgen seems to be down 6%. 43p is fine. Market cap to sales very overvalued. For an IT company, you cannot have market cap to sales 9x. IT companies, if it is this high, it is definitely a problem. What does this company do? It is engaged in business and software development, end-to-end software, annuity-based system, SaaS, AMC, okay, support. So basically a simple SaaS company. Banking is the biggest segment that it is, and India has 32%, quite well diversified, honestly. So it looks like a typical IT company itself. Coming down, stock price is not looking good at all. Let's look at the fundamentals because fundamentals give the picture clearly, right? Fundamentals, it's not bad. It is growing. Margins are pretty stable. I don't see anything wrong fundamentally. Everything looks fine. Fundamentally, everything looks fine. I don't see anything wrong fundamentally. The stock obviously does not react the same way, and usually stocks take time to react. It's not like every time it should go up. That's where the game of holding and patience comes into it, because the stock never only goes up, it goes up and down, up and down. Doesn't on first look basis, not on a deep dive basis, but on first look basis, it doesn't seem bad because the fundamental is still playing out well. Let's just see the quarter on quarter. Is there some slowdown happening on quarter to quarter? Oh, that is why. I think that should answer your question. So now you need to see whether this slowdown is a fundamental problem or is it like a one-off problem. Because if this is a fundamental problem, then it is definitely going to be a bigger problem for you to deal with, right? So this is something I would definitely be careful about. There was another question by Lena on KPIT. I hope that answered your question, man. Find out what that is. So KPIT is in a very good space, but it is not doing well because of the problems in Europe. Market cap to sales is fine, 6. It has fallen down quite a bit because it had also done a massive rally and it was a long-term fundamental player. And now it is just taking some pain. But fundamentally, I don't see any problems right now. Yes, there is 1 or 2 problems in their European region, and they've been very vocal that the growth will be a little bad because of the European region. But I think that is a short-term effect, and over a long period of time, if you take, let's say, 5 years or 7 years, I don't think the issue will happen. But see, these are all design companies, right? Like even Tata Elxsi, KPIT, currently it's going through a bad cycle. But this is again a game of patience. Who has patience will obviously win at the end of the day, right? who doesn't have patience will obviously lose at the end of the day. So that is basically how it is looking like right now. So I hope that answered your question as well. Lena is also asking another question saying, what about Zaggle? See, Zaggle now, there is a very clear, I don't know if you've done your research on Zaggle, Lena, but there is one question on Zaggle. First of all, market cap is fine, P ratio is slightly overextended, but it's okay. But Zaggle is not growing organically. If you think it is growing organically, it is wrong. Even though it is growing aggressively, it is not growing organically, because if you actually read about Zaggle, they have been doing a lot of acquisitions, right? And they're acquiring companies and growing, and that is why they're growing so fast, right? And it is also not a good sign. You know why? Because the acquisition comes at a cost. Even though this company has 1,000 crores in its bank account, they are doing acquisitions mainly via equity share capital. That means they are diluting their equity base to raise more money and do more acquisitions. I know most of you guys didn't know this about Zaggle, but they have diluted from 9 to 12 and 12 to 13, and they're constantly diluting their base instead of actually going and buying on an outright cash deal. Now, what happens is whenever there is constant acquisition like this, and you can see this here, I'm not lying. Zaggle to acquire 100% Green Edge Enterprises for 27 crores, acquire 100% of Dice for 123 crores. You know, you'll see more. If you keep going down and down, they do a lot of this. Okay, acquires 51 stake for 41 crores. This is what I'm saying. They're going and buying companies left, right, center, and that is also increasing their sales, which is a good thing. And this is not something wrong. So if you think that this is wrong, it is not wrong. Usually, IT companies do this during their growth stage. Okay. Now, what happens when the company starts growing like this? They do a lot of acquisitions, and there is a pain in the short term, right? But what happens over long term, right? One day they will say, okay, now we are not doing any more acquisitions. Now we are going to start the growth engine, and we will not acquire anymore, and we will wait for the cash to pile up. And that time you will suddenly see IT companies, this will start flying. So this is the game of IT companies. They usually do buying, but there is two types of buying. Either you save cash and then buy, or you don't save cash and buy with your stock. Right now they're buying with the stock, hence the problem is happening. So you can see this small problems are there, but it's okay. These are like, you have to think about it from a long-term perspective. Now see this company, they are paying 123 crores for this company. The company will acquire 100% shareholding of Dice for total consideration of 123 crores, and this company did a sales of 6 crores. Now, do you think that's justified? They're paying almost 20 times for this. They've actually paid 20 times for this company. It is not justified. So that is why the market is getting a little pissed off, but they are moving in the right direction. But the strategy is not being understood well by the audience. I think that is the only problem right now. That mismatch is happening. I think if that mismatch goes away, then I think everything should be completely fine. Okay. Okay. Last question. Let's take. Okay. Anand Raj. Anand Raj is not doing bad. No. What happened to Anand Raj? Fundamentally, it's growing. Don't be a price investor. I would always say this. Never be a price investor. Be a fundamental investor. If you see the fundamentals becoming bad, then you have to really ensure that something is wrong. But if the price is going up and down, I am not a price investor. We're a fundamental investor. If the fundamentals are doing well, the price will eventually catch up, because the price is a subset of fundamentals. So I don't think it's a problem right now. There is no indication suggests that the price is bad or something is going wrong with the company. So it is a wait and watch again. So that is something we will have to see. Okay, guys, I think that is it. I think we've gone way overboard today. It's 6:45, so I don't want to take too much time as well from you guys. And again, I think somebody asked a question saying, what about Vari, Hitachi, ABB? See, energy space right now is good. It will continue to remain good over the next 3 years to 4 years. The energy space, there is a big demand supply gap right now, and that is why it will continue to remain good. So as long as this demand supply gap is there right now in this space, the energy space, EPC space, transmission power space, transformer space, all of them, you will see great results coming out. Now, again, we have only seen some amount of results coming out. We will see more results coming out as well. And I will again come next week, and we will check some of the recent results that have come in this 1 week as well. Okay. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was definitely power packed. And if you see that we have spent 45 minutes and we didn't realize it, but it was definitely power packed and information packed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys like this. Show some love, click on the like button, and I will see you guys again next weekend. Somewhere around the same time, either Saturday or Sunday at 6 p.m. And next weekend on Saturday, there is an amazing podcast coming with real life stock examples and how these fund managers have taken a very beautiful fundamental picks of 4 or 5 different stock, and they've explained everything. So next weekend, that session is going to be crazy. So it's coming again on Saturday, I think. So be ready for that. It is superb. It is superb. We talk about drones, defense, AI, IT, lot of companies, and all the companies with proof of how they're growing and what is the growth rate. It's very nice. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you guys. Okay, chalo. Take care, guys. See you. I will see you guys next week, and thank you all for tuning in and staying so long for so long. Thank you. Bye.